What's going on, guys? Happy Monday. Welcome to Get Into the Facts. You already know who it is. It's Andrew. I'm your host. I appreciate you guys showing up. It's the first day of the week. We got to start it off on the right note. All right. And we're going to get into a topic that we all need to really pay attention to. And it's the level of the, I guess, what's the right word to put it? What we're seeing in the auto industry is, guys, I mean, this is super concerning. It's concerning for everybody, because we are starting to see a rise in defaults on auto loans. Okay. When we start seeing a big rise in defaults on auto loans, that means that we are beyond the breaking point. Like, we're getting a little bit past the borderline. You know what I mean? Like, we're getting to the point to where, look, your car loan and your rent or your mortgage, those are your two biggest bills. You got to be able to drive and you got to be able to live. Those are your two biggest bills. And if people are defaulting, which means when you go in default, that means you're over 2 months behind on your auto loan. That is huge, guys, and it's going to completely disrupt the auto market. And if it disrupts the auto market, we're going to start feeling it in the economy at some point. So this is just very concerning, and it's something that we got to pay attention to. Okay, so we're going to get right into the facts, guys. You know what it is. It's getting to the facts. We're going straight into it. So make sure you press that like button. Subscribe to that channel if you haven't already, guys. I really appreciate you. And we're going to get right into this first thing here. And, you know, if I would just make sure I go in here and bring up the article first, that'd be great. So, bam, there we go. And according to Fox Business, Americans falling behind on auto loan payments at record pace. And we go down here, a growing number of Americans are falling behind on their car payments, an ominous sign for the U.S. economy as high auto prices and stubborn inflation strain household budgets. Car repossessions tumbled in the early days of the pandemic as the government sent trillions in stimulus money to Americans and businesses, but repossessions have progressively ticked higher as sky-high prices for used and new cars alike force consumers to take out bigger loans. In September, the percentage of auto borrowers who were at least 60 days late on their bills rose 6.11%, according to the Fitch rating report obtained by Fox Business. That marks the highest default level in nearly 3 decades and is a notable increase from the previous record of 5.93%. And that was in January. And if we go down here, Bloomberg first reported the news. The high number of loan delinquencies has not yet led to an equivalent growth in defaults, according to separate data published by Cox Automotive. Although it indicated that loan delinquencies rose for the 5th straight month in September, defaults actually slid 9.8% for the month. And when they say for the month, they're meaning compared to last year. But still, the defaults are 31.7% from the same time 1 year ago. Okay, guys, and I love how Fox Business, because we got to make sure we stay transparent, right? Fox Business said, okay, it actually slid 9.8% for that month compared to the month from the last year, that same month last year. But overall from last year, defaults are on the rise by 31.8%. Guys, that's huge. That is huge. And we need to pay attention to that. That is not okay. And it's not going to be good for our economy. It's not a good trajectory on where we're going. Like, guys, excuse me. If we keep seeing this, we're just going to start seeing prices go up from here on out. We don't see the light at the end of the tunnel, guys. There's no light at the end of the tunnel yet. The Federal Reserve has not said they're going to stop raising interest rates. They still have it on the table that the rates are still going to increase. So if we're already seeing highs in defaults on auto loans right now, just so you guys, I mean, it's figuratively for YouTube, okay? This is going to get bloody in a figurative sense, okay? Because Guys, that people are going to bleed money. They're going to they're going to, their cars are going to get repossessed. Then they're not going to be able to go to work. And then they're going to what? Take the bus, take the city bus. It's going to take 2 to 3 hours to get to work. Guys, this is not, it's not sustainable. Is really what I'm getting at. It's just not sustainable. And if we look here, guys, too, what is the average interest rate for a 72-month loan? And when I typed that into Google, it didn't even give me what the 72-month loan is. It just gave me what the average APR for a car loan is in 2023. And guys, there's rich people out there. They're still able to take advantage. The rich people, the people that got money, they're still taking advantage of that 1 to 3 year loan. You know what I mean? They're still taking advantage of at the very highest a 48-month loan, right? So they're still able to get a 3 to 4% interest rate on a 48-month loan because they can afford that monthly payment. But the average person is not doing a 48-month loan. They're not even doing a 60-month loan. I'm telling you. So when we look at this, guys, what is the average APR for a car loan in 2023? It's 6.63%. Okay. And you'd be like, oh, I mean, that's high, but it's not extremely high. You know what I mean? It's not extremely high. But guys, look at this right here. Interest rates on a 60-month new car loan, because again, guys, all these articles, they're basing it off a 60-month, even though in the last 3 to 4 years, nobody's doing a 60-month. They're all doing 72 to 84 sometimes. They're even doing 84 sometimes just to afford the loan. But they're doing 72 because they have to. A 60-month car loan is what they used to base everything off of. But that all changed about 5-6 years ago. That all changed 5-6 years ago. And look at these interest rates, guys. From 2014, 4.2, boom, got down to 4. Boom, back up to 4.3, hovering right around there. Bam, 4.5, back down a little bit. Boom, all the way back up almost 5%. And we're right there, 2020. In 2020, right? We're right here. It gets lower because they want you to buy. They want you to stimulate the economy, right? That's what they want. 2021, boom. 2022 hits, boom. Look at this increase, guys. Look at this. From the start, let's see. From January 2022, it was 3.94% was the average 60-month car loan. Boom. Shoots up from January even to the end of 2022. Boom. To 6.3%. We went from let me get to fucking January. 3.94 to damn that almost doubled. They almost doubled the interest rate in a year. Almost doubled. And then now in September of 2023, we're at a 7.5% interest. I mean, guys, I don't know where they're getting the average. Ooh, the average is at 6.63%. I don't know where they're getting that from. I mean, I really don't. I mean, to be honest, guys, this is absolutely crazy. And I'm an insurance agent. Okay, so I deal with the car business a lot. I deal with the housing market and the mortgage business a lot. Okay, the economy is worse than what they're telling you in the media. It just is, because I'm seeing the real, like, what's on the ground and how it's affecting the multiple big industries that really dictate the economy. Okay. And this whole economy right now is being artificially held up according to my own personal opinion. Okay, it's my own personal opinion. Take it with a grain of salt. I'm not wanting you guys to believe me. I'm wanting to provide as much factual evidence as I can so you can make the best judgment for yourself and prepare your family for what you need to prepare for. Okay, but this is super concerning, guys. Super concerning. And if we go here, historical, oh no, we already looked at that. Right here. How much do interest rates go up from a 60-month to a 72-month? From up to a 60-month is at 6.49%. Up to 72 is a 6.99%. So that's a half a percentage point increase. So whatever this figure, they're saying 6.63, add an extra 0.5% to that. And that's where the average probably is lying. Okay. Right around 7.1. That's really where the average is lying. But if that's the average, and knowing that the majority of these car loans, when they base the averages on, they're basing it off of a 60-month loan, right? So let's see, what is the average length of a car loan that people have in 2023? Guys, according to Capital One, okay? And we got another one down here, gtfcu.org. It's a .org website. So either one, it's between 68.6 months and 72 months. That's the average right now. So the vast majority of the country is buying cars at a 72-month loan. So they are well over a 7% interest rate. And remember, guys, it's a 7% interest rate. It's a 7% interest rate. If you have an 800 credit score. So if you don't have an 800 credit score, you are nowhere near 7%. You're paying anywhere between 8.5% to 10.5%. You're even if you have a 650 credit score, which honestly, in my opinion, coming from where I moved out when I was 17, a 650 credit score is not even bad. You're working your way up. It's not good, but it's not bad yet. You know what I mean? And you're still with a 650 credit score, you will be lucky. You'll be lucky if you get under a 10% interest rate. It's just not doable. That's not doable on a wide margin. It's just not. And it's just this, guys. I mean, this is something that we really need to pay attention to. Okay. Watch whatever you do. Okay. Because I know life is busy. Okay. Watch the housing market and watch the car market. If the auto industry is doing what it's doing, and you see the housing market where the rates are so high, there's no way the market should be this high. But you got to think about companies like BlackRock and different companies like that are buying up residential homes in the thousands, just outbidding residential, just regular citizens, just outbidding them to buy more residential property. The market, everything is being held up artificially, and it's either the government continues to hold this up artificially, or this thing collapses at some point. So just be ready. I'm not saying anything's going to happen for certain, but when you have things like this in the auto industry happening, this is a sign where you need to be ready for what's to come. Okay. I mean, guys, this is absolutely, I mean, look at this one more thing here. Okay. This is from Statista.com. Car loan interest rates in the United States kept increasing in September 2023. In the US, the interest rate on a 5-year car loan, and remember, 5 years times 12, that's a 60-month car loan. Most car loans these days are going 6 years because they increase cost and everything. Okay. It's a 72-month car loan, not a 60, but they're basing it off 60. In the US, the interest rate on 5-year car loans decreased from between 2019 to December 2021 when it reached the lowest value of 3.85%, which is awesome. However, the interest rate has soared in the months after that, reaching 7.5% in September 2023. The average size of new car loans and leasing in the U.S. has risen in the past couple of years, increasing further the burden on the borrowers. And again, guys, this is what is so frustrating, is like everything that happens in politics, everything that happens with the Federal Reserve, all of that stuff, guys, it changes and it hits the average American on a delayed scale, if that makes sense. So whatever law they pass, whatever change they make, whatever increase to the interest rates we see, it's not going to affect us as average Americans for 6 months to 12 months. It's not. It's just not. And I think what happened at the end of 2021 going into 2022 and even into the middle of 2022 is drastically starting to affect us now. And we're starting to feeling the effects of what we allowed to happen based on who we elected. All right, guys. So I just want the average person to just be aware of what's going on. Be ready. Just be as ready as you can. Okay? Don't give up your capital. Don't go buy new cars if you don't have to. Don't buy any don't get any type of a loan without you having to. Because you're just going to put yourself in such a predicament that it's going to be so hard to get out of. Okay, guys? And that's really what I want. I want to make sure that all of us average Americans, we protect ourselves as much as possible, because the rich people in this world, the people that make laws and pass laws that we elected, okay? We elected them. We put them in power to do this. But they are the ones that are actually passing the laws and passing different spending bills and different things to our economy that affect us as average Americans, and we need to be aware of it and ready for it. All right. But again, guys, I hope you guys like the topic. It's just something that's very important. We need to be on top of. I don't want anybody in politics messing with my money or messing with my freedom. And I hope every one of you feels the same way. And we just need to get more and more people on that same boat. Like, we can have disagreements on the semantics, right? But when it comes to keeping my money, like, don't mess with my money and don't mess with my freedom, we should be able to come together on that, right? At least I think so. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Have a great start to your week. Stay blessed out there, and I'll see you on that next video.